What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is gonna be a mini Lidat cast. I'm sorry, I can't speak now. I'm doing this because I want to put some content out. My co-host is a bit busy. I did a poll on Instagram. If you're not following me on there, GQ Sammy. Did I say what I said? Yeah, but GQ Sammy on Instagram. You just kind of do a little polls on there, whether on topics to talk about or just trying to get the temperature of people that really mess with the content and whatnot. But my co-host today, Jose, is not going to be able to be here today. He is a little busy, which things happen, things pop up. But I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be recording for you guys. Make sure you guys get the video. Now, today's topic that we will be talking about is I don't believe Logan Paul is having the best week. Right, he's getting there's a lot of things happening back to back to him. Right, he is preparing for a fight, and the fight was October. I'm not sure if it was October 14th or November 14th. I'm forgetting the exact date, but it's going to be him against Dylan Dennis. It's going to be KSI versus Tommy Fury. Tommy's probably going to whip his ass. I think Logan's probably going to win the fight between him and Dylan. But that's not really the important part. What I really want to talk about is that since I'm an older brother, I'm the eldest of all my brothers. I have older sisters, but I wasn't raised with them. I have more of a perspective on how older brothers think, just for the most part. I mean, I kind of carry myself like that in kind of all my relationships when it comes in regards to my personal relationship. Obviously, I don't carry myself with my girlfriend as if I'm her older brother, but I kind of more lean into the authority because I'm used to it. And also same thing with my friends. Like I give advice. I like an older brother, or they always seem to come to me when in need of advice or just some hearsay, whatever. But I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna share some of the content right now on my screen. We're gonna be looking at a couple of videos. We're gonna look at one. We're gonna be looking at Jake Paul, and we're gonna be looking at Logan Paul. Discuss having conversations on the podcast, on All Impulsive, right? If you guys haven't checked it out, it is an amazing podcast. But I also, while we're going through that, I'm also going to talk about George Janko a little bit because I know George. I mean, he's had a lot of third co-hosts on that thing right now. On that thing, I remember there was a guy with a beard. There was a vegan. There was George, and now there's Jeff. Right, so he has a lot of other co-hosts and whatnot. Only Mike and Logan like this, but let's go do that right now. Let me share my screen with you guys real quick, and let's start with the Jake Paul stuff first. Okay, so you guys should be able to see it right now.
To the stadium, they said I would get kicked out if I brought a Prime bottle. Ridiculous, dude. Do you think I would ever ban you from promoting any of your shit at any of my events? That's ridiculous.
Wait, that's because of who the competing partner was for the event.
Us 4 times with stipulations listed out, paragraphs.
Yeah, get over it.
Meanwhile, come on, I'm your brother building a business.
Oh, you're my brother. What do you mean?
Well, I'm not what to wear.
Logan, yeah, but if they're paying us, if they're paying us,
I do notice this a lot. A lot of times when Logan's trying to make a point, he will. I don't want to say bully his co-host because I've also been in situations like that where I'm gonna get my shit off no matter what. Don't stop me. Don't slow me down or anything like that. So I understand it, but I know that there is a narrative going around that Mike will play his role anytime he's pushed to play the role, and Logan kind of just, hey bro, just shut up, like stop talking. I know George. I know Mike has discussed George not being on the podcast anymore, and that he's always treated George good. I'm not sure how much of that is true, how much that is not true, but I do know George, the other third co-host that used to be on there, is legally binded to not speak on why he left or not speak on certain things that went on with the podcast at all. Let's continue some of this. Right now it seems like Jake is talking about just, hey man, sometimes you pick the business side of things, sometimes you pick me being your brother as the most important thing.
Us millions of dollars, and they say, hey, but we don't want this person to be doing this stuff at the event with a competing brand.
That's ridiculous. I couldn't bring in a Prime bottle. DAZN, who, by the way, on the Misfits card, KSI's event, promoted the fuck out of your fight against Nate Diaz. DAZN was not allowed to promote the Prime card. That's ridiculous. Whose ass was that? It was Nikisa's, dude. Nikisa's on your team. He's not on Team Paul. He's on Team Jake. And we're a family. And he knows that. And so, yeah, bro, he doesn't get along with anyone either.
Why would I want to promote his event? It's KSI's event.
Because I'm on it. I'm on the other card.
But they can promote you versus Dylan, but you guys weren't even announced yet.
But I'm on the card. We announced that.
Yeah, but this is the thing is you understand why, but then you just don't want to accept the reality.
No, the reality is the tables were turned. The Misfits event promoted your fight against Nate Diaz, and you refused to promote KSI's fight.
Wait, but if they want to, if the zone is on, if Misfits is on the zone and they promote our event, that's like, okay, cool.
But our fight is on his own too. And by the way, that's super fucking whack of his own as well. It's not just you guys. I think it's lame that they yielded to who's ever request that was.
No, because it's our event. We're in control of what goes on there. Of course.
I just think it's lame. And also,
I'm not gonna promote their event. What the fuck? Why would I do that? That's stupid.
Because they did it to you. And
yeah, because I don't know why the fuck they would do that either. Because they're not good at business. They don't have that out in their fucking contract clause. Fucking idiots. That's their fucking problem. Stupid fucks.
Now, what it sounds like Logan is really trying to say is that Logan's trying to basically narrow down the whole conversation, where it's like, me as your brother, I would always allow you to promote your brands on my platform, or I'm never going to tell you what to wear when you come to an event. I think the point that Jake is trying to make is that, sure, and that's cool, but I have no say for the most part. Is that the number one sponsor of the event didn't want a competitive sponsor's logo anywhere at the event, right? I think they texted Logan, they sent him a couple paragraphs, or at least that's what he says, that they will kick him out of the event, in the event that he will bring like anything that's representing the brand, right? Now, to Logan's point, I understand that you are trying to build a multi-billion business and you're looking for any way, any edge to bring your business up, right? But I think he's personalizing this and he's making this about Jake. And Jake is basically saying that, well, this has nothing to do with me for the most part. It's the brand partner, and they can ask that if they want to ask that. And you don't have to come if you don't want to come. So what's more important, you promoting your brand or you supporting your brother? Which one's more important? I think that's the main point he's trying to make.
We're smart, diligent. We think of fucking everything that goes on in all of our events.
If you were really smart, you'd know that we are all doing this. This isn't an or space; it's an and space. We don't have to be competing against each other and
no, because I don't have
different logos and not letting you do certain things and a brand I'm building. Like,
but that's the brand. That's the brand's getting involved. I have no say in that. I don't give a fuck. But if they request something and they're paying millions of dollars to be the title sponsor,
but the request is this: your brother can't bring a Prime bottle into the stadium, and if he does, he will be escorted out by security. That's ridiculous.
But you have a Prime card coming up soon. Obviously,
so why do you care so much about
who I see every single day?
At whose event?
An issue with it.
At whose event?
Your event.
Exactly. My event.
I'm your brother.
Yeah, exactly. So respect what's going on at my event.
And I did.
Okay.
I thought it was ridiculous.
Okay, but that's just the name of the game. It's business.
And you have a Prime card coming up. If you walk in with a Celsius headband to it,
Yeah, see, so that's the point. That's essentially the point he's trying to make, is that this is my event, respect my event, and, there's people involved in the event that want a specific thing, right? No one's trying to tell you what to wear. No one's trying to tell you anything about any of those things at all. That you're trying to make it about this brotherly relationship, but really what you're arguing is your business. And I think Jacob goes on later on to also claim that you play both sides of the fence. At certain times, our relationship is the most important thing for you. And at other times, your business is the most important thing to you. And I'm going to skip a little bit ahead so you kind of have an idea what Jake's going to say. So I'm going to say it first, and then Jake's going to reiterate it. But the number one point he's going to make that Logan can't get away from, and it's really going to make Logan sound extremely manipulative throughout the entire situation, is this. Everything I do, you try to compete with that, right? I have beef with Dana White. You sign with the UFC. I have beef with KSI. Now you and KSI are business partners. I get what better. You now go with Barstool and their betting applications and whatnot. So it's like, at what point, which one is more important? It almost seems as if you kind of use my name as well to boost your business aspect or your business side of your relationships, but then later on when my partners are saying this, you're going, but I'm your brother, right? And I don't really think he can argue against it. He will, and the way he does it, it does come across as he's hyper manipulative. Let me skip a little bit of ahead right here, and let's see what's going on.
Where do we go from this? Because I saw this coming.
Yeah, so did I.
So, I mean, how are you feeling?
About what?
Just the conversation we just had?
I think you have a lot of trauma to unpack.
Probably.
But I've been wanting to ask all my friends, is Marcos here? I mean, whatever. But I've been wanting to have this conversation with you a month ago. It's just camp and
maybe.
Since moving to Texas,
Whoa.
I've learned that Texans love ordering food with Favor, the restaurant delivery app that's part of HEB. And that if you're doing something in the yard, your neighbors will always offer to help.
I mean, I don't know, like, because I mean, that's we could beat around the bush, or it could just be like, I don't know if there's the right place to do it.
Yeah, I know there's fucking 20 people watching.
Well, there's more people watching right now also on Jake on the show so many times. And there's been so many moments where he's exhibited to fucking tell you that.
I also
you
think
love
it's-
you fucking love each other.
Always.
But that's where I get confused though of playing both sides, because you love to play the brother card when it's like convenient, but then it's like, oh, I want to go like I want like my get back at Tommy Fury, and you're like, no, I need to do my career. I've been sitting on the sidelines. You're taking all these fights from me, like.
Does that worry you at all? That
And then when I'm like,
space?
wait, but I'm your brother. Then you're like, no, you're not.
I do this based on balance as best as I can, because we're in a space where we're going to overlap.
And this is where the bullshit is going to step in. I do this based on balance as much as I can. Now, the obvious question, Jake doesn't say this, but I will say this for anyone that is listening. What are you balancing, and how are you achieving maximal balance? Right? Because he makes the point earlier and throughout the video, not in this video, but I think in the entire podcast, but you guys should check out, that he's been lenient in giving KSI the fights that he wants and giving Jake the fights that he wants. And Jake made the point of, you can't give me the fights. You were active. You fought like 4 years ago and lost. I've been active all these years, so these people want to fight me. And you think they're ducking you to fight me? And then Logan makes the point where it's like, well, they're ducking me because they know you're the easier fight. He's like, you have nothing to prove. You have nothing to prove that way. But, I think Jake does smoke him in this whole conversation, and I don't think Logan was really prepared for that.
There's not that many us's walking around in this combat space, right? It's me, you, KSI, maybe Tommy if he's in the conversation, but there's going to be overlap, right? Nate was a part of the conversation for a second. You got it. I yielded. Even with JJ, I wanted Tommy. JJ and I talked about it. He said he wanted Tommy. All right, I yielded. I'm tired of fucking yielding, bro. I want to get back in the conversation. And at the end of the day, if you want to fight Tommy Fury again, fucking fine, right? I respect that you want to be the boxer in the family and you have this career that you want to pursue. When can I fight Tommy fucking Fury, dude? Like, when can I do that? Ever?
I just think like the storyline is there. Like, we started off, like, got a contract, like made it all happen. It's a massive event. My plan was Nate Diaz for years, and then like you kind of go away in the fight world, and then you like pop back up all of a sudden and are like, I'm ready again. But
yeah.
and it's like doesn't necessarily like work like that. I guess I don't fucking know.
No, that's fair.
But I go for Tommy. Nate was already on the back burner. Boom, it just happens. The deal comes together.
You gotta go for Tyson.
It's like
I do MMA with Tyson.
Well,
just like conversations like with Floyd. Like, that's a fight that you got. Like, who cares? Like,
Why did you fight Floyd?
why wouldn't I?
I
Why,
think you could beat him.
after we tried to make it happen, it's just a nightmare to deal with in business.
You
Like,
don't say.
not professional at all.
Don't say.
Yeah, why would he do it? Not get paid?
So because you could also get a much healthier percentage than I did.
To that point, the reason why I made me put up Floyd is that apparently last time when Logan and Floyd fought, I'm not sure if it's still true, but I think like a year later, Logan came out with a video suggesting that he still wasn't paid for the fight. So that's what he says, a nightmare to deal with. Let's see what else.
I got fucking gypped in that fight.
So this conversation changes dramatically after he boxing space, and then all of a sudden you guys have a conversation. This has been his lane, his dedication, his dream, his drive.
I think that
I like that fight. I love that fight. I actually
incredible.
love
The
that
storyline's
fight.
incredible.
I love that fight.
it's good. It writes itself. I get you on a rematch. I totally get it. Maybe I was a little late on Tommy. Actually, no, I wasn't, because I gave it to JJ. I was being a good fucking partner, and I'm he's active, I guess. I don't know.
Is he more active than?
But I want to make something clear,
Yes.
because there's this narrative online. You're supporting your brother's enemies. Like, dude, you're living your life. You're your own entity, and so am I. And we have a lot in common. We're also extremely fucking different. If I had a beef that ran its course with someone, and I don't want to have that beef anymore, and I actually get along and like this human, I want to build something. If I grew up loving Dana White and the UFC, and I get a chance to I'm gonna take these opportunities, and I'll always be.
And this is where the manipulation really showed itself right here, because never throughout the entire time has Jake suggested that he shouldn't have these relationships, right? Throughout the entire time, what Jake is suggesting is that, or what he's saying is that Logan will at times put brotherhood up here whenever it comes to his business, in that, or to Jake's business. Well, man, you can promote anything you want, all your stuff and stuff like that. You can promote it, as long as I get to promote. Essentially, as long as I get to promote my stuff on yours as well. Outside of that, that's when brotherhood's up here, right? But in the moment where he's not allowed to do that, business is above the brotherhood, and that's the exact point that Jake's trying to make. You're playing both sides whenever you want. Right now, he's gonna go Dana White. I like the guy. With KSI, I mean, and I understand his reasoning. KSI did revive his career. and allowed him to escape the Japan incident because of just straight knuckling up and whatnot. It got out of people's mind, right? But Jake and Logan both had some serious issues with JJ, with JJ, who is KSI. And I know the family had very big issues with them, but Logan saw a way to create a business, a very successful business, I might say, with Prime and whatnot. I mean, it's killing the game right now. And he took that route, right? Now, whether you think that being business partners with someone that essentially talked really bad about your entire family altogether is a good thing, and still currently talks really bad about your own blood brother is a good thing or bad thing. I'll leave it up to the audience to decide. But you can see why people, the Pauls get compared to the Tates all the time. Where the Tates seem that no matter what, they're together, right? And with the Pauls, it seems it's more of a whenever business makes sense, they roll together. But I will say Jake has come a long way. No one liked this guy at all. And after this video right here, after this podcast came out, he's been getting a lot of support. People really starting to like him.
Be a ride or die, no matter what. But I don't know if I always have to yield and bend my personal ways because we are brothers, and that's the sole reason.
But this is exactly what I'm saying. You're literally painting the picture of you are playing both sides.
When
it's convenient for you,
faulty comparison.
But when it's convenient for you, we're brothers. But then when it's not, you do the exact opposite of like, but we're completely separate. So like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do as well.
I'm building a business.
But that's what I'm saying. You play both sides like very well, like extremely well.
I don't. To me, it doesn't feel like I'm playing both sides, and maybe that's why you're saying I do it extremely well, is because that's just the reality of the situation, and people can see that both sides. You're Jake Paul. I'm Logan Paul. We are different people. We have different interests. We have different friends.
But then, but even just 15 minutes ago, then all of a sudden you're like, but we're brothers,
and we are brothers. That sentence can end with, and we are brothers. Yes.
But where does that rank? Because sometimes you let it rank down here, and sometimes you want it to be number one when it's convenient for you.
When
Prime can't go into the building, we're brothers. When you want to partner with Dana White and KSI, you're your own entity.
I think when we as brothers no longer become.
Yo, look at Mike's face right here. He knows Jake is cooking, bro. He knows. Look at this shirt.
We're brothers. When you want to partner with Dana White and KSI, you're your own entity.
I think when we as brothers
fucking eyeballs, he's like, oh shit. You're in the back ropes. You're in the back ropes. Yeah, man. Let me go back to the regular screen. Let me stop sharing real quick. Yeah, I think for the most part, no matter what people say, I'm sorry if there's any echoes and stuff like that. I hope I can edit it out. No matter what anyone says, Jake did win that argument or win that conversation altogether. I think he swayed a lot of people onto his side because when you start, I'm going to open up the press conference between Logan and Dylan Dennis and KSI and Tommy Fury, and it is not good. What I will say is, what's his name? John Fury, or I think that's the father's name, John Fury, or I'm not sure what the father's name is. He is a legend. He's the only one that came across there as a man. He was the only one that came across the entire man as a man. You guys can see what I'm talking about. But man, Dylan has been a menace this whole week. He's been posting nonstop pictures. If you guys don't know, Logan is recently engaged. And right before, as soon as they announced the fight, all Dylan has been doing since they announced the fight has been posting pictures of her with a plethora of men. I'm talking about a colony of fucking men. Like essentially he's trying to paint the picture that she has been ran through. And it's going to be very difficult for someone to get rid of that narrative, because now her image is different now. The damage she's done is crazy. But the thing is, when he handles his live amongst each other, this is going to look freaking crazy. Let me open this up too. Let me see where we're at. Oh, here we go. Let me open this up. Make sure I've got the highest quality on. I do got the highest quality on. Playback speeds, so I don't get freaking demonetized. And let's go.
Keep some bubbles up there, Dylan. It's good hat.
Good hat, right?
Nice
I'm going to wear that when I knock my pocket.
That's too fast. And I'm not sure if you guys know, you can go back in the day and you can find this hat right here is very similar to that hat Logan Paul wore when he went to Japan and he recorded people who terminated themselves. Right, this is when this guy was obsessed with views. I'm not sure how much that person still exists now, but with the recent antics and whatnot, you can kind of see that part of him is starting to stick out a little bit. I'm not sure. I don't want to really super psychoanalyze him. But let's look at this a little.
Tommy Fury is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. With John Fury as well. Big John Fury in the building.
Yeah, I mean, I said at the start I'd end it in 12 months. I fought Jake in February, and I'm fighting this man in October, and he will be done, and YouTube boxing will be done. Oh.
Yeah, Dylan Dennis, the real fighter who got choked out by a bouncer in a club. Let's bring on KSI to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. People are saying that.
This guy's a menace. He hired the bouncer that choked out Dylan Dennis at a club. This guy is okay.
I'm zero chance. But then when I get in that ring and knock out Tommy Fury, they're gonna look at me differently. Oh no, there's no dreaming. It's facts.
Jake Paul said the same thing.
Look at you, bro. Oh, look, you showed up. You showed up to something, huh? You do something.
Yeah, do something what?
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay. Well, you just lost your prop.
Let's hear it. It's not kindergarten, but it's serious business. Men's going to get put to sleep in a few weeks' time. So let's talk about how it's going to happen.
How many rounds and what weight, KSI? 6 rounds. 6 rounds with 183 pounds.
Last fight with Jake Paul was 8 rounds. KSI only wanted to go 6.
I only need 4.
You didn't want to do 8 rounds with me.
4, buddy. I still knock
You
people
beat
out.
nobody.
I still knock people out.
I could beat them out as well. I could knock them out.
Hey, look.
No,
what we should do?
Go to the point.
Let's have an arm wrestle now between you and him. You'll arm wrestle him. Start off. Let's just get the ball rolling. Let's have an arm wrestling competition now then. Let's have an arm wrestling competition.
Slap him if I get
He's at middleweight.
Let's have an arm wrestle. Start off with.
I'll slap you.
Do it. And you've got no jaw left, I guarantee you. No jaw. Right, that coffee here.
I do think Tommy's gonna whoop his ass. I think out of the YouTube boxers, Jake is. I mean, he's clearly the best. Like, it's not even close. Right? I think that the closest to him would be JJ, and then Logan. But even then, I don't see anyone really close to Jake right now. I mean, Tommy is a boxer, right? And that fight, I'm pretty sure he lost by a split decision. Let's say he barely lost that fight, and it was a very good fight. I do believe Tommy did win that fight. I think Jake, since his Nate Diaz fight, has shown himself to be a lot better now. I'm not sure exactly where Tommy is at currently in terms of skill, but I'll rank them neck and neck. Like, Drake is professional boxer level. I'm not sure how high in the professional boxer level. I mean, I might rank him pretty low on professional boxer level, but he still is professional boxer level. I think he's the only YouTube personality to become that. I don't think anyone else has become that yet. I think KSI wants to become that, but I don't think he.
Wait, you oh, you're ready, huh?
Don't try that one.
Guys.
How's that coffee, KSI? Want that coffee?
Guys.
How's that coffee
October 14th. October 14th. Let's hit
Himself in and out burger in America. Run out of the car park.
too far.
Himself now.
I am not.
You'll see. On the car park. Burger spot.
I'll be dreaming.
Right along the car park.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, you know it's true.
Bro,
Keep talking shit.
bro, I'm different. I'm different, bro. I'm different.
Jake Paul's different.
I am the one that can see John Cena. That took me a while.
1,000
I'm gonna knock your
30th birthday?
yeah.
Yo, I got Dylan a gift.
Oh yeah, show
Let
me.
me tell you, my friend, we don't want any cake to send to the table. If you know what's good for you, you don't want to start a riot. Don't start throwing cakes about down.
Spot. Menace, dude. Okay, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna shut up.
Here. Don't start throwing cakes about, mate.
John, I have no arm. I'm not a baseball player.
Listen, no cakes being dropped around from the
no
grown
one's throwing
people.
cake. No one's throwing cake. But I did get
Try to
Dylan
throw the cake and see what happens to you.
cake
Try to throw the cake and see what happens to you.
Dylan knocked out in his full glory on the floor, just like it'll be October 14th. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
You know, a lot of people think that in order to conceal carry, you're going to need a tactical belt and a set of jeans. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't.
Dear Dylan, you fucking little ass who doesn't show up to any fights ever. I got a cake of you getting knocked out with the camel toe. Happy birthday to you.
Guys, wait.
While y'all do that, can we get a zoom in on the cake? Dylan, you see it?
You didn't step up, Logan. Why'd your boyfriend step up for you, huh?
Check it out, Dylan. There's you. Camel toe and all. Bro. You've resorted to attacking a woman as your fight tactic? No wonder you're friends with Conor McGregor. No wonder you're friends with Conor McGregor. Where is he, by the way? Where's Coach McGregor? And why would he take my bet? Why won't he take my $1 million bet?
Why won't you pay back to people for crypto?
I'm working on it, Dylan.
Dude, that's the burn right there. He is in a lawsuit with crypto over his crypto thing. I won't do a big breakdown of it. He essentially scammed people out of a lot of money. And he still hasn't paid them back, even though he claimed he would pay them back earlier this year. Still hasn't gone through with it. It's been a long time since that happened. He's been contacted by Caucasian and whatnot. So right there, that big burn is crazy. Oh, well, why don't you pay back the people, pay back the victims? Let's see what's up. What's next?
I want to go there, Nikki. I don't want to go there.
Fury's the best fights in the world.
You know about
Yeah, so then why is Tyson Fury talking Usyk? Why is Tyson Fury talking Usyk? Why is Tyson Fury talking Usyk? Why is he fighting Gardner?
Thank you.
No, Tom.
We're fighting, man. My son, I'm fighting, man, and I'll fight anyone in the building. Now, let's get a ball rolling. Get the cake and shove it up your ass before I do it.
John, thank you.
I'm a machine. Can't you anybody question who I am here? If I
There's a scene here. I guess it's not on this video or whatever. On this one I found where he was like, "Oh, don't get." Logan had said to Dylan, "Hey, don't get upset because my brother slept with your ex, right?" And then Dylan hit him with the, "At least I got rid of my whore. You're marrying one." And I was like, "Oh, got him bad, dude." So. This is just a little mini podcast. You know, I wanted to put some kind of content out. It's not going to be the best. You know, I didn't have no one really going back and forth with me, you know, so I'm probably not the hottest, and I'm trying to keep the conversation rolling while watching some videos. So I do apologize if I've been a lot more quiet than you probably would have seen me have been doing. I'm not sure how in depth this video was. I hope it was in depth enough for you. I appreciate anyone that's made it to this point. If you have made it to this point, like, subscribe, share, comment. Bring up that YouTube engagement. We are growing to grinding to grow. We are trying to do it all. I want to be more consistent with these kind of things. I worked out twice today. I've watered my grass. I've been cleaning up the house, and I'm just on fire. Productivity. So I appreciate you guys. This has been Sam from Lidat. Catch you guys next time. Peace.